Joining us here now on the Rich Eisen Show, as promised, my Pro Football Hall of Fame friend, number 9 in your program, number 1 in your heart. He is hashtag zooming and not fishing right now. He is Warren Sapp. How are you, Warren?
That's 2 9s, Rich. Number 99 in your program,
yeah,
baby. Number 1 in your heart. I am wonderful.
Number 99.
Yeah, you said 9.
Did I say only 9? Did I only say 9?
You said
what
9.
The heck?
Wow.
All right. All right. I stand corrected.
You left a 9 off, Rich.
Hey, you wouldn't wear a single number these days, would you, if you were playing?
Not even close. That don't fit a big man. I'm so disgusted with them single-digit D linemen in college, and then they show up with 0 on in the NFL now. Are you kidding me?
Why does that disgust you? Wouldn't it slim you down? Wouldn't it slim you?
No, because when I went to Raiders, I almost asked the indestructible one right here over my shoulder for his 00. And I thought about it. I said, no, Sapp, you go in a game and you come out with no tackles, no sacks. They be talking about, boy, you just took the money and gave us your number and you're going to be 0-0. You know what I'm saying? You can't give no elbow, Rich. You can't give no elbow.
So let me just jump into this fray here with you, Warren Sapp. The conversation is red hot right now that Micah Fitzpatrick, his helmet to the knee of Nick Chubb last night was a dirty play. Would you say that was a dirty play by Micah Fitzpatrick?
No, let's not do that. The dirty play was the play in the Colorado game. Mm-hmm. That was the dirty play. That was the definition of targeting someone when he hit Travis Hunter and lacerated his liver. Are you kidding me, Rich? That was dirty. Mm-hmm. Micah Fitzpatrick was just tackling a monster of a back, as Mike Tomlin calls him, Mr. Chubb.
Mm-hmm. So you don't believe that was Micah didn't see what he hit? I mean, you're hearing many on the old X machine right now. I'm serious. Like, look.
Come on, the X machine's a cesspool. Come on, mm-hmm. You know better. Micah Fitzpatrick is a delightful safety in the National Football League that makes good plays for his football team. He was just tackling a man on the goal line. You can't tell me he purposely went down and hit him in the knee and did him dirt. Come on, no. And it ain't like we saw a replay.
Yeah, I know, because it was so ugly. It was so ugly, man. And I'm
sure it was. I mean, but we all saw Joe Theismann, break his leg with Lawrence Taylor.
Different times.
We also Dennis Byrd get paralyzed on Thanksgiving. I mean, we can't be that sensitive in a game where it's a contact sport.
Warren Sapp, Pro Football Hall of Famer, here on the Rich Eisen Show. What do you make of Micah Parsons, Warren?
Rich, I love when you go hunt that quarterback. And the way the Cowboys are doing it with him is something unique. I've never seen that before. Just they're running game after game after game with him, and he's coming home. So I take my hat off to the D-line, coach or the pass rush coordinator, whoever they got going, because they got something nice going right now.
Well, and I love watching your film study on your Instagram feed at Warren Sapp. It is a lot of fun. Certainly just your commentary is laugh out loud hilarious, along with obviously the intelligent X's and O's. So walk me through what you are seeing that Dan Quinn is doing with Micah Parsons and why they're able to do it, Warren.
I'm telling you, Rich, they're putting him in different spots. And when you put him in different spots, now you can't really hone in because DeLawrence is still there, and the other fellas there rushing too. They're rushing as a pack. That's the biggest thing. I always say the lone wolf dies alone, and that's why we howl like we howl, because the lone wolf normally don't get there. But when you come as a pack, as the Cowboys are coming, the quarterbacks go down, and you get them in bunches. And they are getting them in bunches right now. And even more than that, the offense is scoring for them, and they got to lead. When you got to lead like that, you got to chase them. When you got to chase them, you expose your quarterback.
So where do you stand on the current conversation in the Cowboys for real, or they just tormented 2 New York quarterbacks that had bad days or are more prone to be tormented? Where do you stand on that subject?
The Giants didn't put on their pads the whole week before they met the Cowboys, and then the Jets looked at their quarterback like, here we go again. That's what I saw. Because you telling me Sauce Gardner can't pick that ball off and take it to the house? Mm-hmm. You got to make all those plays. You got to make those plays. That's the whole key when your quarterback is not a 4-time MVP and a Super Bowl champion and a future first ballot Hall of Famer. You got to make those plays. You got to do a little more. You got to turn it up. Trust me, I played with Sean King and Trent Dilfer. You got to turn it up. when you quarterback a little deficit at the quarterback position, every other position has to turn it up.
So you pin a little bit of what happened in Dallas on the defense, not on what
absolutely.
the offense did?
Yes. I saw a stat, Rich. I think they turned it around. I saw 31 of 28 with Dak Prescott. I said it had to be 28 of 31.
Right.
I said, I don't think you got new math going on. But if the opposing quarterback has 3 incompletions, what happened to the cue ball up the middle that rushes and, 99 on the left side and, this vaunted defense that they were telling me going to look like the 85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens or the Tampa 2 that we played down in Tampa? No. I saw something.
And I know what you've said because I listen to you when you talk, Warren Sapp.
Thank you.
Over the years that we've known each other. Walk me through the people who you will not let teammates mess with in your locker room. Walk me through that.
My coach, my quarterback, and my kicker.
Correct. So what would you be counseling right now if you were strolling through the Jets locker room, getting ready for Belichick, who has personally tormented Zach Wilson? What would you be doing right now?
The thing I would do is I'd go to cue ball, Sauce, and the rest of those defenders because Mac Jones is just as bad as White. And he has less weapons. And we talk bad about Nathaniel Hackett as a head coach. But as a play caller, you got to bend this thing because that's not Aaron Rodgers in the backfield. That's not Aaron Rodgers taking a snap. You got to bend this offense to fit this young man Wilson. And then that defense, let's go, man. You got Mac Jones. Come on.
So you'd be talking to so you would talk to the OC? You'd go up to Hackett and say, what's up? You'd say something to him?
Hack. Baby, that ain't Aaron Rodgers in the backfield. That ain't Aaron Rodgers letting it go. That ain't Aaron Rodgers reading it, pre-snap read. That ain't Aaron Rodgers checking. So let's back off the checks. Let's give him plays that he's more than comfortable with, and let's roll. We're going to punt and play defense, and we're gonna play buck ball. That's what because that's what I know, Rich. I'm going to play field position. I ain't going to turn it over. And then I'm going to ask you to earn every yard you have against this defense that all 11 of us going to say, not today. I don't give a damn who you got at quarterback. Steve Young, Jared Rice, Randy Moss, Chris Carter in the slot, Andre Reed in the slot. I don't care. Give me and 10 other brothers today that say not today. And I've seen it shut down.
Warren Sapp, Pro Football Hall of Famer, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's talk buckball. How about Baker Mayfield showing up as the stiff arm and waking up dangerous flag planting quarterback here?
A 300-yard game, his first one since he was in Cleveland. I loved it. Mike Evans showed up. But more than that, Rich, I look on the other side of the ball, and I was a little concerned with Shaq because you know how he is about our kids. There's nothing greater on this earth than we know than our little ones.
Right.
And when you lose your little one in that situation, I watched the Minnesota game and I watched him slither out of a almost cracked block and whatever. And I made a video. I didn't put it up because Buck fans always when I be all around the league, they be like, "Why you ain't watching our Bucks?" I be like, "Yo, I made the Buck video. The front and the back end is working together, Rich, and my linebackers in the middle are talking to each other." It almost blew my mind. I said, "Boy, we got something. We got action. We got action." Shaq is on a mission. Logan is throwing people around inside. Big Vita Vega is running on the screen. He realized he's not a pass rusher. If they let you go, big fella, turn and chase the running back, please. And he's got it. So here we go. We 2-0 right now, and I hear you talking about them Saints, but I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, I mean, you're going to see it, and what is that?
Well, Atlanta's 2-0 too. I mean, we got everything going to the South, but the rookie.
That's right. I know, and you're going to see it in Week 4. New Orleans home for Tampa.
Not running. Hey, we got the Eagles this week on Monday night.
Right.
We're going to pluck them, and then we're going to look for whoever coming around here.
Warren Sapp here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, let's get into the main event. And you know what I'm referring to because we are paying rent in his world right now. The story in sports. You just put the Colorado Buffalo hat on. You know exactly where I am going. What is Deion cooking? You have seen it firsthand. You have been there. He has brought you in many ways, Warren. What are you seeing that he's doing? What do you got for me?
On concrete, Rich. That's the beautiful thing about Deion, and you know him like I do. Mm-hmm. There's nothing phony, flaw about it. What you see is what you get. Like his church say, I ain't hard to find. and to know the man and love the man as me and you do, I see him loving on them kids, Rich. I see him challenging them kids, Rich. I see him putting something before them that is going to be life-changing. And, generational wealth is what I call it, what they're giving away at the NFL level now. And if you have a coach that's going to love on you, teach you, bond with you, I'm going to put you part of the family. Rich, there's nothing like that brotherhood. And when you join that brotherhood, it's for life until you kick yourself out. And that's what Deion is giving them. That brotherhood, that love, that me, him, Mike, Marshall, Michael, and Kurt. You know how we all came together. And you're like, do they live together? We laugh and joke because that's the bond that you create with the work that you do in this game. And that's what Prime is giving them right now. Well, he's giving them direction, leadership. And you know what? He's meeting them halfway, Rich.
What do you mean?
When I went to TCU, because I saw it the whole week, I went home, packed a bag. I told Prime, I'm coming, give me a hotel room, whatever. I pay for it, whatever. I got you, baby, lock you up. I go through Dallas, and I go with him, walk up in the locker room, and the DJ shows up, Rich. A full-fledged DJ booth in this thing. And it kind of shook me to my core because if you know me, I hate music at practice because me, Brooks, and Lynch, we got to talk. If it's a quiet defense, it's a dumb defense because we don't know shit and somebody's scared to say something. That's how it is. My bad. I always get you one.
Okay.
I know my dog over there in the corner with the rock over there looking crazy right now. I know you over there, guy. I know you. I'm good.
It's right. Yeah.
We get to, oh man, you just threw me all the way.
No, he
off.
said the DJ.
Oh, the DJ, dog. So I'm like, these kids gonna be in here dancing and jumping around, not focused on the task at hand. We're a couple hours before the game. Man, the DJ came on, these kids had their headphones in or whatever. I think I was the only one worried about the DJ. They was in there getting their socks and in their notes and stuff, and I just looked around and I said, it's like elevator music. They ain't even hearing it. It's just on. And that's what gave me even more confidence. I say, they ready to ball. And grown. That's what Prime calls Fedora. Come on. I've watched that kid since day one. There's nothing that's gonna rattle him.
Well, I mean, I was gonna ask you the specifics of what he's doing differently because, as you said, brotherhood and making everybody feel part of a family, that in many ways is coaching 101. It can actually translate or transport different generations. But this generation and his ability to connect with this generation in this group of men that he's put together, pretty much handpicked over the span of about 2 months, 3 months, and put together. I was going to ask you what the difference is, and then you mentioned DJ. But he is also saying stuff. He's talking openly of Heisman's. He's talking openly of things that other coaches wouldn't want to mention because it would fill their kids' heads. Right.
And you promised this recruit that's coming in a whole bunch of other stuff. And they throwing money at these kids and doing different things. What Prime is telling them, here's an opportunity for you to join a movement and something special. Will you join us? Are you my kind of kid that loves the game? What's your motivation here? Is it your mama? Is it putting on Easy Street? Is it a dad that was on drugs or something that you want to pull along? Whatever it is, I need to know it's something tangible that you are invested in. And when you do that, dog, man, that's something more than I want you to come play for my football team. I think you could start here. I think we can win a national championship or a conference championship together. He's investing in the men, in their family, in their lives. And that's what I love about it because, oh man, the brother's just so genuine in the love he gets you. It's unadulterated.
Well, it seems, Warren, that he wants to invest in you. I don't know if you caught this when Prime was on this show on Friday. This is what he had to say. No, this is what he had to say when I brought up the subject of you and Irv being at the some practices. This is what he said. You think Sapp's going to be on your staff at some point, Deion?
I do. I really do. And I want him to be. I
love that. I can't wait.
But it's different. It's different, Rich. You Guys like that, the only reason they won't go into coaching because of the time, allocated. I don't need all that. Like, I know him. I know what I need. You don't need to come here and sit around all day. Come in the morning. We practice at 9. We're on the field at 9. Get those kids ready in the morning meetings. Work your butt off on the field. After watch film with them, go home. You're home by noon. I don't need you here all day like that. I'm not that type of coach. It don't take all that. But I think more NFL athletes that has really done it and been successful, if they had those type of schedules and understanding, they would do it.
So hashtag in the morning, Sapp coaching, hashtag in the afternoon, Sapp fishing is what you're saying. That actually can happen. Okay.
Sapp fishing.
What do you think, Warren?
Hey, listen. What did I tell you I was going to do? Before we had this conversation, before I showed up at Boulder, before I went to Fort Worth with him to TCU, what did I tell you? I'm going to go get my degree, and I'm going to ask Prime for a spot on his staff. Did I not?
Yes.
I got my transcript. I'm starting the process, Rich.
Okay.
Them kids, you know what? For the first time in my life, I was loved on by some defensive linemen, and they wanted to know, like the keys to the vault. And I've never had somebody shake my pockets like that and ask for keys to the vault. I mean, Gerald McCoy did, but Gerald didn't shake my pockets. He asked for the keys to the vault, but he didn't shake my pockets. I had 5, 6 young men around me, Rich, that was basically ready to strip search me. Like, I know that there's a key in here somewhere that you gonna give me for this. And they willing to work. And they infected me. They really infected me. And I told Prime before I left, I said, I'm coming back. He said, I got a spot for you. I don't need you over here at 2 a.m. And when he told me that, then I knew I had an understanding with my head man, because I've always said I would love to do it, but I need a head coach that understands. After 9 o'clock, and Rachel Maddow, I'm going to bed.
Sapp and Rachel Maddow, words that I didn't think we would hear. Warren?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I knew that.
Rich.
I knew that. Okay.
You know, me and Rachel can go fishing. You know about that, right?
Warren Carlos Sapp, you are one of one.
Sir.
So what, 2024 Colorado Buffalo staff? Is that your target date? Is that what that would be for you?
Yeah, I want to be there next year. I'm gonna get everything, the paperwork, and I'm gonna go to work, because sitting on my couch watching tape, making Sapp in the lab, I'm gonna go Sapp in the class.
Sounds great.
I'm gonna go Sapp online. Sapp's gonna go get this degree, and then we're gonna go out and teach these kids these 5 steps to the quarterback, because I know something about this game. When you have a quarterback like Shador, and if my D-line will go hunt the other quarterback, our chances of winning just went through the roof.
Yeah. I wish Hunter was healthy for this next 2-game stretch, though.
Oh, man. You know what, dude? Why didn't they throw that kid out of the game? That's all I want to know.
I don't know. Unfortunately,
it wasn't even reviewed as targeting.
I know.
It's the very definition of targeting.
I'm with you. Unfortunately, that kid apparently is a victim of death threats in his family, too, which is nuts.
No, stop that.
I know.
Stop that now. Stop that.
I agree.
Stop that now. I don't condone no violence. But when we're in a 60-minute game,
I know,
and we got 8 guys out there with, the zebras on, somebody's supposed to be able to look at that and say, hold up, man.
I'm with you.
We review everything else.
Warren, thanks for the time. Love you.
Anytime,
thanks for the time.
anywhere.
Right back at you. Look at that.
Go Bucs.
Colorado's own
looking good.
Warren Sapp. Everyone, again, on Instagram, check him out at Warren Sapp for all of his great, as he said, Sapp in the Lab videos. That's right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.